Hi, today we're going to do a little bit of talking about and dipping into the sixth level of your aura called your celestial body. I love that. My little lamp behind me seems to be doing a little celestial body thing. My lighting's not so good today because the sun is rising later and later, so I don't have that beautiful sun shining in my window. Hi, I'm Shelley Harrison. I'm a professionally trained healer with a specialization in trauma healing, both personal and generational trauma. And my training as an energy healer comes from the Barbara Brennan School of Healing, where the model of the human energy field that Barbara taught us, and it's still taught at the school, for those of you who might be interested in training as a professional healer, is that there are 7 distinct layers, dimensions really, of our auric field. And what I love sharing with you is that on each of these different levels of your aura, there's an entire different aspect of your life that you're experiencing and your health. So let's talk about sixth level today. So every other level, the even levels of your field, are emotional bodies. They carry your emotions. And when we talk about level 2 on Tuesdays, this is your feelings about yourself. On the second level of your field, you're feeling your feelings about yourself. Do you like, love, hate yourself, judge yourself? That is what's moving on that level. When you go up to level 4, this is where you exchange your emotional energy in your relationships. How beautiful is that? There's a whole level of our being where we exchange energy in an emotional way in our relationships. Now we're going up to level 6. Saturday is level 6. Oh, there's my shadow. This is kind of like a glory be level. This is our feelings in our spiritual experiences. This is higher love. This is divine love. This is unconditional love. This is the feeling you get when you're having a spiritual experience, the emotions that arise for you of feeling connected to, loved, infused by something higher from a spiritual realm. And it's a really important level to nourish. It's a whole dimension of our being. And so if we're not having some kind of spiritual practice or some kind of spiritual experience, we're not being nourished on this level. And if you could see it, but you can feel it, you're feeling it all the time, but it looks like beautiful opalescent beams of color that radiate out from us when we're feeling bliss or elation or ecstasy or awe, thinking about looking at that beautiful sunset as it comes up, right? It's just the, oh, that beauty that inspires us, inspiration. When it's not healthy, those opalescent beams of our emotional, spiritual experience can become almost brittle and deadened and even droop. And then this level of our being becomes undercharged. And if that's the experience you have, you just won't get it. It's like spiritual experience. What are you talking about? Because you're not connecting with it, right? That's probably not any of you watching this video. I'm guessing that if you've come to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, you're already definitely into connecting with spiritual experiences. But some days we have hard days, hard weeks, hard months when it's harder to connect. Maybe there are challenging things that are happening in your life. Maybe the loss of a loved one can feel very disillusioning, very harder to connect with higher love because there's a lot of heavier emotions and grief moving on the other levels of your field. Or maybe when you're passing through very challenging experiences like deep grief, maybe the only place you feel relief is when you move your consciousness out to your sixth level and have a moment of prayer or a moment of devotional chanting or a moment of sitting with nature or a moment of just silent meditation where you can quiet yourself just for a little bit and connect with that still small voice, that beautiful sense of elation, connection with something higher. So, what I wanted to talk to you about today a little bit is one of the things that we connect with on this level. So, once we get out to levels 4, 5, 6, 7, these are dimensions where there are other spiritual beings present that are not in bodies like we are in bodies. So, these are the levels where you have experiences of connecting with guides. That's a more fifth level experience, which I talked about yesterday. My battery is about to die here. Hang on. I'll have to try to edit this part out. Oh no, my sixth level is undercharged. My battery's gonna die. Okay, we're very human over here. Very human experiences. Don't die, computer. Okay, I'm plugged back into the celestial body. Thank God. Fifth level, which I spoke about in yesterday's video that you may want to check out, the experience of guides, guidance, asking for guidance through your prayers. Sixth level is, so these are frequency bandwidths too, each level of our field. So as we go up, it's like the frequency bandwidth gets higher and higher frequency. We need high frequency and we need the low grounded frequencies to be healthy as well. But in this very high frequency bandwidth of the sixth level, this is where we encounter angels, ascended masters. And I'm not an angel person. I'm not an ascended master person. So if that's your thing that you're connected to, I don't talk angel. It's just not how I connect spiritually. I'm really a nature person. Put me out on the land, put me out in a sunrise or a sunset, or I saw the waxing gibbous harvest moon rise yesterday over the horizon, and it was huge. It was a super moon. That for me is what takes me there. But if that is something that you love, that you feel connected to, these high celestial beings, these very high frequency beings that help us connect with unconditional love, that's the level they exist on. That's their frequency bandwidth, this beautiful opalescent light. What I tend to experience on this level when I'm doing hands-on energy healing with people are God and goddess forms. Very, well, not frequently, but when it happens, and it's beautiful and delightful. When I'm working with people and we may be moving into this more spiritual dimension of connection, or I'm working on the higher levels of your field, if you have a god or goddess form that you have a particular connection with, these are sort of like flavors of the great divine masculine and great divine feminine. I've frequently seen, experienced those goddess and god forms step into the field, and there's a distinct feeling shift in the energy when that presence steps into your field and connects with you, and you commune with it on this level. Frequently, I've had clients where I work with more women, so a goddess form will step into the field, and I may not recognize which goddess it is right away, but because energy's frequency, it's like I'll recognize, I want to say, the energy resonance or imprint of that goddess. And if I know her, then I'll be able to name her. Sometimes because people are coming from different cultures than I've studied the goddesses or gods in, I may sense that that's present, but I can't name it. It might feel like, oh, this is a goddess that has to do with love or sexuality, and she feels like this, but I don't know her. So then I have to go do my studying and look it up. I've actually written a few blog articles about my encounters with the goddess in different healing sessions, and I'll link those below so that you can go read about that if that's something that's interesting to you. So let's do a short practice today, reaching up into this level, giving it a sacred Saturday. It's funny, I as I was preparing to just record this for you, It's a quite a quiet morning with a very quiet sunrise. I do these at 8 in the morning. Lots of clouds, and so I feel this more quiet reverence is what I'm present in. So just to drop in a little bit into this level of your being, let's go in there and get a little nourished today. Always starting with your physical body. Just soften your awareness down into your physical container. It's easy when we think about the aura, especially when we see pictures of it, as in the beautiful pictures of the different dimensions of your aura in Barbara's first book, Hands of Light. There's some very beautiful illustrations. We always think of it as radiating out or off of our body, right? So even when I talk about the opalescent beams of light, I always think out, but it penetrates into your physical body too. So as we sink into your physical body, our physical bodies, I'm gonna sink into mine. Let's imagine beautiful opalescent beams of light, kind of like coming off my beautiful light box here, but that's only a sort of a yellow one. You can have every color you want. It's my t-shirt. Positivity begets positivity. So imagine these subtle, quiet, beautiful, luminous beams of light penetrating in as though your awareness penetrating into your physical body is carried on these beautiful little beams of opalescent light. So I'm just imagining as I turn my consciousness inward to my body, it's like I'm like almost like my own gaze is these beautiful soft, I'm seeing more like soft pinks today. Do this all over your body, almost like every little cell of your body is receiving little mini beams of opalescent light. Take it down to the micro level. And now, especially if you're feeling parts of your body where there's physical discomfort or pain, penetrate those areas in these little beams of beautiful opalescent light, higher love. I'm going into my neck and throat, which is one of my sort of chronically blocked areas, tight shoulders. Where are you? Looking into with eyes of love. Now call in someone or something that you're connected to on this level. Is it Christ or the Christed consciousness? Is it Buddha? Is it Muhammad? Is it Allah? Is it an angel? Do you talk to Archangel Michael, Gabriel? Is it just unconditional love that you call on? Is it just the light of unconditional love, the sacred light, opalescent light? Do you just call on Source? Is there a God or goddess? I'm going to invite Isis in this morning. This is a goddess form expression of healing. She's many things, but healing is her specialty. I'm going to ask her to be present with me on this level. As you call in who or what you connect with for divine love, do you feel a sensation shift in your body? Do you feel an emotional shift? Just so happens I have an image of Isis right across from me when I work with my clients. I light a candle to carry the light, and I ask Isis to guide my work with that person. Good. So feeling the connection through sensation in your body, maybe certain parts of your body calm down, light up, feel inspired, and maybe other parts of your body feel left out. For me right now, it's my lower back area. So I'm going to ask my divine Isis on this level to presence more in this area. I'm going to ask to feel her more. And I'm going to imagine opalescent beams of light penetrating more. It can be any pastel color, opalescent green, opalescent rose, opalescent peach, opalescent violet, opalescent purple, which turns into lavender on this level. I feel it's just this really subtle form of quiet reverence coming into me. It's almost like my skin feels calmer on my body. Allowing yourself to don your cloak of many colors and penetrate right into your body, all the levels below level 6 of your field with sacred light of unconditional love, of divine love. Again, I'm concentrating in areas of my body where there's some stiffness, physical discomfort. I'm taking that to mean, yes, oh, these are areas the light is not accessing. Can I penetrate it with the light, the consciousness, the love, the elation, inspiration from this level? Can I let? And it kind of feels like these are the parts of me that carry the burdens of life, right? The parts of us that don't feel like life's very light and blissful and spiritual. Why did our ancestors go to church, go to ceremony, go to ritual, right? To remind ourselves that even though life can get heavy, that divine loves us and that we can continue to penetrate our being and be uplifted when we play those ritual drums, when we sing those beautiful hymns, when we sit in the silence that is not silence in nature, that we can be blessed. We can be blessed. Okay, that's where I want to leave it today. But if you are having a blissful time absorbing and reveling in your bliss, your spiritual connection, sit longer or make a commitment to engage in whatever your spiritual practice is today. Is it dancing? Is it prayer? Is it music? Is it chanting? Is it walking in nature? Maybe without talking and going to the mental level. Nourish yourself on this level. This is one of the ways that you can heal your own energy field. You don't have to do hands-on work. You have to just take self-care to fill up on this level.